Yo, what's going on, ladies and gents? How are you doing? Welcome back to another Premier League football recap video. This time I'm going to be doing a recap of the Liverpool and the Sheffield United game. Just got done watching the game, and all I can say is Liverpool. First of all, before I talk about Liverpool, give Sheffield credit. I feel like Sheffield played really well today against Liverpool. They had a lot of great chances because, Sheffield, the way how I see this game, Sheffield could have easily won this game because, Liverpool, I feel like they looked a bit shaky at times without Van Dijk. But still, regardless, man, that penalty right there, that was not a penalty, first of all. Like, that was just the weakest VAR I've ever personally seen, and I don't know why they would say that that's a penalty. I mean, that was just that penalty, in my opinion, should not have been given at all. But anyways, regardless, Firmino, he scored a goal, and then Jota scored the goal to give Liverpool the lead. And so what else is there to say, man? Liverpool, just another great win for them. And really, but I feel like that Liverpool's defense today was a bit rusty, if I had to say, just because, I mean, I think that it's going to be a big struggle for Liverpool without Van Dijk, But, still, I still have to say that this game, it was kind of boring at times. I feel like, I didn't expect this game to be such a low-scoring game. I thought it was going to be a high-scoring game for Liverpool, but it seemed like that Sheffield, man, they just stepped up to the challenge today, and they looked pretty good at times against Liverpool's back four, if I'm being honest here with you people, just because, it seemed like that. I mean, Sheffield, for them to practically just play this good against Liverpool, it just goes to show you that Liverpool, they could be in for a big surprise if their defense doesn't play better, because their defense played, I think, all right today, I have to say. Not sure though, but regardless, the man of the match, in my opinion, would have to be Trent Alexander-Arnold. He balled out today, without a doubt, because Trent Alexander-Arnold, I mean, his crosses, how can you be not impressed by his crosses? His crossing ability is just absolutely crazy, And that's the thing that makes Trent Alexander-Arnold such an underrated fullback, in my opinion, is that his fullback position for Liverpool and for England too, I think, is going to be vital for their success. But still, speaking of fullback, England's fullback position is the deepest I've ever seen in a long time. But before I get into that, I'm going to take a look at the player ratings of the. I'm going to go to the Who Scored page right now to see what people are saying about the game. But still, Liverpool, they could have scored more than 2 goals today, in my opinion. But hey, they got the W. That's what matters at the end of the day, And I'm gonna take a look at the player ratings, because I always like to check and see who has the highest rating out of the players that scored today. So, anyways, let's see. Where's the game? Okay, against Sheffield United. But still, I'd be shocked if Liverpool could win the Premier League without, despite them not having Van Dijk, And yeah, but yeah, still a lot of people are saying that Liverpool. Well, there's a top comment that says Liverpool are still EPL favorites. I do think so if they continue to get great performances out of Trent Alexander-Arnold, because despite them not having Van Dijk, what makes Liverpool still such a deadly team is that their crossing ability, courtesy of Trent Alexander-Arnold, is what can help them, defend their Premier League title, But hey, once Van Dijk comes back, I think he's going to be out. I don't know how long Van Dijk is going to be out for, but still, regardless, I do think that Joe Gomez can be a great temporary replacement for Fabinho. Yeah, Fabinho can be a great temporary replacement. I don't know how you guys feel about Fabinho as a defender. But I think that penalty was definitely not Fabinho's fault, if I'm being honest here, Like, I don't know how that a penalty was. I don't know why the referee would rule that as a penalty. But the thing about this game is that Liverpool, they looks like they have no weaknesses tonight. And that's true. They were very effective at creating goal-scoring opportunities from the flanks. But Sheffield, though, they were really aggressive against Liverpool tonight. I think that maybe other Premier League teams can use this as a blueprint to also play aggressively like that against Liverpool, because I can imagine how it would fare out for Liverpool if they were going against a top team like Manchester City, or if they were going against Manchester United, But regardless, it's still going to be interesting to see how Liverpool can fare off against the top Premier League teams. So the way how this game went down, Liverpool had a total of 17 attempts today. They actually had the same number of open plays as Sheffield did, but they didn't counter at all today. and set pieces they had a total of 6. But hey, they had an 11% conversion rate, surprisingly, in this game, despite them having 17 shots. Let's see. Let's take a look at the player ratings. Where do I go to the player ratings? Because I always look at the who scored, and all that. Okay, match center. All right, so I'm at the match center right now, and surprisingly for Liverpool, it looks like that Diogo Jota and Firmino and Mane, they both each got a 7.5 rating. Wijnaldum had a 6.9 rating. Henderson 7.4. Trent Alexander-Arnold 7.1. Man, I have to say, I was very impressed with Trent Alexander-Arnold's performance today, because Trent Alexander-Arnold, man, like it or not, as long as he has the ball, and if he can just continue to create chances like that on the wing, then, man, it's just going to be a nightmare, in my opinion, for opposing defenses. But, hey, that's just the way how I see it, But in other news, for Sheffield United, McBurney had the highest match rating at 7.7. So, hey, what can I say, man? Sheffield, they played Liverpool very, very tough today. They implemented a 3-5-2 formation, and surprisingly, the 3-5-2 formation that they implemented, they worked out pretty well for them. It's just the only downside about Sheffield United was their finishing. I feel like their finishing at times was bad, because Sheffield, the way how they played Liverpool today, they could have easily tied up this game or potentially won. But at the end of the day, Liverpool, they still managed to, get the win. And that's what matters. But going forward, how are they going to fare off? How are they going to give off consistent performances for the rest of the Premier League games and also the Champions League games is really the question. I think that's going to be the biggest wonder right now for Liverpool, in my honest opinion. But regardless, Alisson Becker, he had a 6.6 rating. Joe Gomez 7.4. So I think that right now Liverpool, they're probably going to continue to use Fabinho as a center back, because I think Fabinho's original position is a midfielder. Yeah, his original position is a midfielder, but I mean, I think they're trying to make him like a versatile player. Okay, so the thing about Fabinho is that he can be played as a center back or a wing back or a defensive midfielder. So the thing about Fabinho's presence there at Liverpool is that I think his presence there gives Liverpool some sort of leverage in terms of being able to, play any position. And regardless of, in situations like these, for example, now that they don't have Van Dijk for an extended period of time and all that stuff. But let's see. Okay, so Brewster for Sheffield had a 6.2 rating. Berg, he was the one that scored a penalty. I think he had an alright game. He had a 6.9 rating. Padu 7.0. Lundstrom, he had a 6.2 rating. Osborne 6.4. So most of the Sheffield players had 6.5 rating. 6 ratings or above. Just their keeper had the lowest rating, surprisingly, today, probably because of that goal that he conceded. But that goal by Salah, I thought that goal right there that goal that I thought was going to be a goal by Salah, that would have been a great goal had it counted. I mean, Salah's first touch ability, that's another thing that really impressed me about this game, is that Salah's ability just to, be able to have a great first touch, I think, is also very vital to Liverpool's success. And the thing is, man, I think that despite, the Van Dijk injury, it's just going to be a minor setback for Liverpool, because I'm pretty sure that Liverpool are not going to let, the Van Dijk injury prevent them, from winning the Premier League. Because after all, I mean, they're the ones that made that comeback against Barcelona last year without having Mohamed Salah. So it just goes to show you that Liverpool is just that team that never gives up, and they always, go and push for regardless of which player they have in their squad. And hey, you gotta respect them for that. So yeah, that's that, But Diogo Jota, though, he came on as a substitute, and he gave off an impressive performance. So, I think it goes to show that Liverpool's depth right now is arguably one of the best in the Premier League, if not the best. And, think about the Van Dijk injuries. That's why it's very important to have depth, because it's like when your star player gets out, you always want to have a player that can be, a great temporary replacement for them. That's what I think Liverpool do with also with Origi and Shaqiri. They gave them some nice leverage there, I feel like, for the squad and all that stuff. But Joe Gomez so far is turned out to be a very solid center back for Liverpool, because I mean, I don't know, is he like a regular starter for them? Somebody tell me. I'm not sure if he's a regular starter for Liverpool besides Van Dijk, because I don't know if Jurgen Klopp kind of just does a rotation of who's going to be the opposite starting center back opposite of Van Dijk or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting my words wrong. If I am, please just correct me in the chat bar and all that stuff. But right now, gonna take a look at the subreddit, because I'm pretty sure, I wonder what the people have to say on the Liverpool subreddit, So let's see what happens right now. But hey, I would have loved for this game to be a high scoring game, but it was only a low scoring game because I watched the game from start to finish. And surprisingly, the first 20 minutes of the game, the best thing I can say is that Sheffield United were playing really well in the first 20, 30 minutes of the game because I feel like that Liverpool just didn't. They didn't really show up inside the first 20 minutes of the game. Because I feel like that this first 20 minutes of the game was just all Sheffield. They were dominating time of possession. But thanks to Alisson Becker's presence there, that just gives Liverpool a big, like a big cushion. That's the best thing that I can say, that his presence there just gives them a big, massive cushion. That's why I think Liverpool, that's what makes them such a great team, is that not only because they have the depth, but because of just their ability to never give up is a is a big crucial factor. So there's somebody saying Gomez and TAA had their best game this season. That's true. I do think that Joe Gomez and TAA were the star players tonight. I think Mohamed Salah was good, but I just don't know why that goal got canceled out. I think it was offside right there, but if only like that goal would have stood, man. I think that goal by Mohamed Salah would have been in nomination for Premier League Goal of the Month. Because Mohamed Salah, he still has done incredible things for Liverpool. I mean, just his first touch ability in this game has just proven that he's still one of the best wingers in the Premier League, if not the best winger. And him and Mane, dude, they just make the best winger duo in the Premier League. Like, name me a better winger duo than Salah and Mane, because I don't think there's any other better winger duo in the Premier League than Salah and Mane. And I think it's gonna, give Liverpool the main crucial thing in them going far and defending their Premier League title, if I'm being honest here. Henderson had some crucial plays. Jota was tremendous today. I'll admit, Jota, he looked really, really good. But also, I'm noticing that a lot of people are being fed up with the VAR, because I can understand their frustration, because in that Everton game, like Liverpool, they should have won that Everton game. I don't know how their goal got canceled out with the VAR. What's going on, Seydorf? How are you doing? Welcome to my live stream. Struggling to enjoy wins because of VAR. Yeah, I mean. And the thing about the Premier League is that, I'll admit, I think that the refs sometimes make bad decisions, because there's a comment that says the Premier League doesn't have the best referees. It's that simple. I do think that the referees, should be able to know how to manage a Premier League game right, because sometimes I feel like that the referees there's too many cases in the Premier League in games where the referees just, mismanage a game, and then that just kind of ruins the football game and just the fun in watching a game and all that stuff. But that's just my personal opinion. Jota's a perfect player. I'll do admit, like, with Jota, like, the thing that makes Liverpool such a scary team is that how they're able to just gather, the bench players. I think that's what makes Liverpool a good team, in my personal opinion. Jordan Henderson, I said it, that after Virgil got injured, if we didn't have Henderson on the pitch, the season would have been done. Other teams wish they had this captain. That's true. Jordan Henderson, another crucial factor for Liverpool. I think he's like the second most important player on the team, besides Van Dijk. Jota's goal means that Liverpool have scored their 9,999th goal in their history now. So it looks like that Liverpool are just one goal away from scoring their 10,000th goal in the Premier League history. So yeah, the way that how this game went down is that. Have a wonderful day, bro. Sub because of the edgy video. Thanks, man. Appreciate the support, man. If you haven't already, also follow me on Twitch as well, because I stream a lot there on Twitch. So yeah, if you can, just follow me on Twitch as well. That'd be also incredible. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Appreciate the incredible support. But yeah, Liverpool, as I was saying, they were absolutely going against the VAR today, and they were able to, to just beat out VAR. They didn't let VAR affect them in this game. Surprisingly, well-deserved 3 points for them, and that's what matters at the end of the day. Have they ruled out Firmino's equalizer yet? I don't think so. No, playing relatively poorly, but still win 2-1. Yeah, I think that Liverpool could improve, because I do think at times they looked a bit lackluster, especially with the way how Sheffield were playing. Just creating chances. Like Sheffield, I was impressed with their performance personally today. Because I think that if Van Dijk was playing today, I think Sheffield would not have created so much chances against Liverpool as how they did tonight. Without Liverpool having Van Dijk in the team. Mane also deserves credit. That's the thing. I feel like Sadio Mane also deserves to get the most credit for Liverpool as well. Salah may not have gotten his goal, but he played some great stuff. Yeah, that's true. Even though Salah didn't score today, I do think that the runs he made today were absolutely crazy. And another thing that was very impressive about this game is just the deep balls that Liverpool played. Like, their deep balls, I feel like, were very, very accurate today, and that was another impressive factor in and Liverpool's win was just their ability just to play the deep balls and just to connect is just absolutely incredible. Like they were almost, I feel like the deep balls today were almost flawless, you know, and all that stuff. Do we get 6 points for that? I mean, we beat Sheffield and we beat VAR, so it's 6 points, right? Yeah, I do think though that VAR is definitely, you know, kind of ruining the Premier League, if I'm being honest here. So like, I don't know, are they like gonna make it one day where they completely get rid of VAR? Because I mean, I don't think they're gonna get rid of VAR, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people that, you know, are fans of the Premier League would love for, you know, VAR to you know, be ruled out, just because of just just because like the amount of decisions that the refs make in the Premier League just is very, very suspect, you know. Like that's just me, you know, and all that stuff. Remember, scrappy 3 points, the kind of games, the ones that get you over the line. Sheffield were a tough team to play, and we got through it. Heads up was enjoyable to watch. Jota was on fire today. Can't wait to see him. Milner's just so overpowered. That's true. Like, Liverpool's, their subs, man. I think their subs are going to carry them very, very far. This is why it's so important to have subs, you know, and all that stuff. And yeah, Sheffield were playing it like it's a cup final. That's true. I do think that Sheffield tonight, they were just playing tonight like as if it was like a freaking cup final. So that's what made Sheffield such a tough team to play tonight, you know. Yeah, and the thing about Joe Gomez is that one aspect that he has improved on is just winning the aerial duels. Like, I do think that Liverpool's ability to win aerial duels in this game was just another crucial factor in their victory, all that stuff, you know. And yeah, that's true. It could have been an easy 4-0 win against Liverpool, but just Sheffield played him tough, and that's what matters at the end of the day, you know. But realistically, like, how long are Liverpool going to continue having to deal with VAR? Because it seems like in the last 2 games now they've been forced to, you know, deal with the whole VAR and stuff, and it's really just kind of, you know, it's just really been, you know, a very difficult thing for them. But hey, sometimes, you know, you just got to be able to play your best football, especially in like tough situations when when you have to deal with VAR and all that stuff. Because I can understand, I mean, dealing with VAR is a very frustrating thing, but I think that Jurgen Klopp's ability to play a 4-2-3-1 formation that he just worked out wonders for them and all that. So yeah, his ability just to play Salah and Mane wide is just very very crucial. And I just feel like that nearly every player on the team today just performed exceptionally well. Like, I can't name any other player that performed a bit downwards today, you know, and all that stuff. But yeah, man, I think that's pretty much it here with this video that I have to say. I think I already said what I had to say. This video is almost 20 minutes long, but man, Liverpool, this was a pretty respectable performance from them tonight, except that, you know, the VAR just needs to stop. You know, that's all I can say and all that stuff. But if you have any more questions to ask me in the chat bar, feel free to do so. I think I'm gonna be here for like maybe, I have to say, another 3 or 5 minutes before I end the stream here. And tomorrow Arsenal are playing against Leicester City, so that's gonna be a very good game. I think that Arsenal can get the win tomorrow, especially like with the way how Aubameyang has been playing in the Premier League recently. I see Arsenal sniffing out a win tomorrow against Leicester City, and it looks like that Xhaka has also been improving a lot for Arsenal from what I've been reading. But my prediction for the Arsenal game is that it's going to be 2-1 for Arsenal. I think that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is going to score the game winner tomorrow, and he's going to get the 3 points for Arsenal, you know, because Arsenal's comeback against Rapid Wien in the Europa League was crazy. You know, they just were absolutely impressive. I would have to say so. Yeah, ladies and gents, stay tuned for my recap tomorrow for the Arsenal and Leicester City game, man. That's going to be a crazy game. But for Leicester, I think that the biggest challenge Arsenal will have is trying to find a way to stop Jamie Vardy, because I don't know if Jamie Vardy is going to be playing. I am assuming that Jamie Vardy will be playing tomorrow for Leicester City, because he's without a doubt been Leicester City's best player. Now, right now, I'm reading here that the prediction is whether he's going to be fit for the Arsenal game tomorrow and all that stuff. So, yeah, that's that. But anyways, ladies and gents, thank you to everybody that showed up to my stream here. If you enjoyed what I had to say, then just smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, follow me on my Twitch, on my Twitter, and on my Twitch and Twitter mainly. Links are below in the description box so that you know when I'm going to be posting and all that stuff. And I appreciate you all that came to my stream, man. Appreciate the support here and all that stuff. So anyways, 30 seconds, so I'm probably going to end the stream at around the 20-minute mark and all that stuff. But I feel like I covered a lot of stuff today. I feel like that I analyzed this game pretty well, I have to say. And yeah, So, hey, big win today for Liverpool, man. 2-1. They finally managed to get the VAR issue off their backs, and they got the 3 points. That's what matters. This time, VAR did not snatch the 3 points from him, because in the last game, it looks like that VAR just snatched the 3 points that Liverpool, were definitely deserved, that they should have gotten. But anyways, y'all, like, comment, subscribe, and peace. Y'all have a good one.